One note before this video starts. Boston, heading into tonight, was 5-0-1 on second half of back-to-backs this season. They've played 6. They've gotten 11 points out of those 6 games. The most you can get out of any 6 games is 12. They are now 5-1-1, so they've gotten 11 points out of 14. That's still not bad. Yeah, that's going to do it. Getting right into the video. Let's go. Welcome back to Bruins Game Reactions. Boston Bruins lose 3-2 at the hands of the New York Rangers on the second half of a back-to-back. Everyone needs to calm down. This game was not as bad as it looked like. People are saying to start trading everyone. I still don't believe this team is going to make the playoffs. I don't think they should be making moves before the trade deadline. This game, for being second half of back-to-back where you just gave up 35 shots the night before, you can't complain about that, really. Over these 2 nights, there were a combined, I want to say, 57 shots against for Boston. So that's going to average out to, 27 and a half, 28 maybe, 28 I think. That's not the best. Why is everyone losing their minds here? It wasn't the worst game in the world. It wasn't the worst game in the season. You give up the shorthanded goal. That was just a dog effort, unfortunately. Chris Kreider just turns on the absolute jets and gets a beautiful pass from Panarin, Trocheck, I think. I don't know, one of those two. Or Zibanejad, actually, I believe that was. Yeah, I mean, that's going to happen. You got burnt on that one. You give up a power play goal that was 2 seconds after the power play ended. So, again, power play goal that's not registered as a power play goal. And then you got the first goal. Yeah, I mean, you let a guy get wide open like that, and that's what he's going to do. Especially, like, Artemi Panarin. He has a wicked shot when he can. David Pasternak's point streak remains intact. Now has 25 points in 12 games. 13 games now, I think. Yeah. This isn't a lose your mind game. This is a you can't win them all. This team's looking good. Second half of back-to-back with travel, albeit it's Boston to New York, so it's one of the shorter travels. It's still travel nonetheless. Your guys can't go home. Maybe they did. Maybe you woke up. Probably not. Woke up in your own bed, whatever, then got on a flight. You can't go home. You can't sleep in your own bed. You're chilling in a hotel for the night. You're not going to sleep well there. You never do. No one does. If you do, you're lying. If you say you do, you're lying to yourself. I'm not going to complain about this one. Korpisalo kind of did what he could, really. I want to say it was the non-official power play goal. That would be one that he would want back. I mean, goalies get beat, man. I don't know. Brad Marchand, man, gets kind of shoved into Igor Shesterkin, kind of runs him over, similar to what Nikita Zadorov or I want to say Justin Brazeau have both done earlier this season. You get the roughing the goalie, not goaltender interference, because, yes, let's add more calls to this game, make it more confusing for new fans. Great sport. You get the roughing the goaltender call. It's starting to sound like the NFL with the roughing the passer call. Yeah, I mean, obviously you don't want to take a stupid call like that. Wasn't completely his fault. And then you start looking for another call on Keandre Miller for ripping your helmet off. The NHL needs to be more specific on what is going to classify a penalty when it comes to ripping the helmet off. I mean, like, that, to me, that should be a penalty. And it should have been 4-on-4, because he rips his helmet, like, from the visor clean off and then throws it off to the side. I guess it doesn't count if two guys are on the ice scrapping over it. I don't know. Yeah. What else happened? I don't know. It was a disappointing game. It was an incredibly low event. I don't believe Boston broke 20 shots. They might not have broken 15. Boston was able to get two goals in 16 seconds. Pasternak just doing what he does. Able to beat out 4 of the 5 New York Rangers on the ice. Gets a shot off. Beats Igor Shesterkin. Arguably the best goalie in the league. I got a buddy. He will love that I said that. And then Elias Lindholm, 16 seconds later, right after David Pastrnak ties it, Brad Marchand feeds him and then immediately drives the net for the screen. Lindholm takes a shot, he scores, and at that point your foot's on their throat. You gotta keep it going, and I think it was at that point Boston kind of ran out of gas. Unfortunately. They were still able to hold with the Rangers. I also think the Rangers were kind of playing down to Boston a bit in this one. I don't know. Every really rushed chance kind of got shut down in the neutral zone. Like, it felt like that there were there were obviously a lot more whistles in this one than there were the first one. He went like 9 minutes with one whistle last game against the Rangers. I'm not mad. I mean, I'm disappointed, obviously, but you can't win them all. Goldfish memory, move on to Vegas, and then, what, the 4... Marchand, Coyle... Nope, not Coyle. Marchand, McAvoy, Swayman... Lindholm, maybe? No, Lindholm's not going to be competing. Lindholm might be on Team Sweden's roster. I'm not sure. I will fact check that and get into it when I can. I'm not going to complain about this one. Yeah, I mean, just make sure you come out of the break hot. Because most teams now have 2 games left because Boston has just been 5 games played ahead of everyone, so they finally got to catch up. I don't know, man. I think you have a chance here. I've loved what I've seen with Pastrnak. He's starting to come to the end of his hot streak. If the team around him can step it up, we might have something here. You are 8 points, I believe, out of first in your division. You're 6 points out of a second. You're 6 points out of second in your division. Albeit, you have your 3 divisional opponents, and then you have 2 more divisional opponents in the wild card. Right? Yes, Detroit is in the Detroit is in the Atlantic Division. A pro to this, you face 3 of them 4 times coming out of the break. No, sorry. Coming out of the trade deadline. I don't know. So, I'm going to pull out my phone here for a quick sec. I I've loved these past 3 games. I know they lost tonight. I still got a feeling they can do something with it. So let's have a look here. So you played the Rangers on the road. You lost. Oh boy. Okay. So the Four Nations runs until, I believe, the 19th. Okay, so then you come home, you end on the 19th. You play Anaheim at home at 7 on Saturday. You get 2 days off, probably going to be an off day in between there. Then you get Toronto and the New York Islanders Tuesday, Thursday after that. And then you get into March, getting into crunch time. Boy, that's a lot of games on the road. Wow. Wow, I really do not like that. You got Pittsburgh, Minnesota, 24 hours and 30 minutes apart from each other. That's going to suck. If you can get 3 or 4 there, that'd be good. Nashville, Carolina, the Tuesday, Thursday after that. Tampa on the 8th. Florida on the 11th. Trade deadline on the 9th. Trade deadline's on a Sunday this year? Oh boy, okay. Oh no, sorry, Friday. Right, I think it's the 7th. And then, Florida, Ottawa, Tampa, Buffalo. Yeah. So Tampa twice, Florida, Ottawa, Buffalo. Win that Buffalo game. You cannot lose that Buffalo game at home. And then you go on the West Coast swing. Vegas, San Jose, LA, Anaheim. Then you have Detroit again, even though I thought that series was done for the year. You got a chance here, man. You have a chance to do something with this team. I personally still believe that the correct thing to do is to sell a little bit, be a soft sell, gather some guys for next season, go out, maybe you go out and get a big fish, who knows. If you manage to get Mikko Rantanen, I would love that. I personally believe he's going to go. I believe he's going to go back out to Colorado. That's just me. That's just one opinion. I have nothing backing that up. I just feel that way. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You have a chance here to do something in the playoffs because right now, no team really is out of it. You're a hot week away from being right back in it. March is going to be very interesting. Because we as fans now know if there are 16 to 28 home games in the playoffs, this team's going to go the distance. Bad news is, there isn't. And more than likely, in fact, virtually guaranteed, unless something ballistic happens, you're not getting more than half of those home games in the playoffs. So, I don't even know. I mean, I don't know what the right move is. Give it a week after the Four Nations. See where you're at, and then recalibrate from there. Because honestly, I think this is going to be a week-by-week basis now. Game by game. Oh, that's still. I don't like game by game. No, take it week by week. Take it last 10 by last 10. See where you are. Hope that there is a chance for you to make the playoffs. Maybe you go in there. Maybe you make some noise. You win a round. You maybe win 2. Hell, I've seen crazier things happen. Maybe you go win the bloody thing. I think that's it. I think that's a good place to end it off. I believe I mentioned this in the last video. I'm going to try to recap the Four Nations games when I can. There's what, I think nine or 12 preliminary games. And then, I guess, bronze medal and gold medal games. I don't even know if they're doing medals. Yeah, I'm gonna try to do most of those. There's no guarantee that I can. But I'm gonna try my best, see how it goes. And yeah, that's gonna do it for this one. Thank you all so much for watching. Click like if you like. Click subscribe if you enjoyed. And you know what? If you've made it this far in the video, let me know what you want me to do. Kind of like off-season video ideas, maybe in-season video ideas, I'm not sure. Just something. I'm starting to think about the off-season here, see how I can keep this momentum going that I have. Because, honestly, I want to do this. I obviously have bigger plans. Right now, this is a very fine backup for me, and if this is what I'm doing for the rest of my career, I'm not going to complain. I might not be as happy as what I want to do, but I'm not going to complain. So once again, thank you all so much for watching. Click like if you liked, click subscribe, and yeah, I'll be back Saturday night with a Vegas recap.